This is how you can create AI automation with a click of a button without no code using n8n. So today is the first tutorial on n8n. I think this is one of the most amazing and very cheap tools that you can use right now to automate workflows. Specifically today we will be creating automatically blog spots for my NoFX website. So we will use n8n. Before I get started, I want to tell you about the pricing. You can see here that on a monthly basis, it costs quite a bit of money to have this, but you can run 2,500 automations, have 5 active workflows, and it's hosted on the cloud. You can go with the pro version or even enterprise if you have more needs. There is also a self-hosting option that is completely free. If you want me to show you this free alternative that runs on your computer, write down in the comments the word free and I will create a video showing you exactly how to set and run everything up on your own computer. So I really like this. I think this is one of the best tools to use out there, and really the pricing is very, very good. I think it's very, very cheap, and you can also run a 14-day free trial to test it out, which I think is absolutely amazing, and you don't have to place your credit card. Also, in terms of using AI models, today we'll be using the Google AI Studio, from which we are going to get an API key, and we will be able to use a lot of models every day for absolutely free. So the only cost associated with this tutorial is this starter package. The link for n8n will be down below. The link for the Google AI Studio, where you can get your API key, will be down below. So you can get started with the free trial just to follow up with this tutorial. And if you find this useful in the future, you can get this license, or up till then I will have made this free localhost video, so you don't have to pay anything. But again, I would highly suggest that you go with this route, with the starter package or the pro package, because this solves you so many issues. You can use these workflows from multiple computers, and it's a lot more safe and easy to set up. First thing that we want to do is actually check this automation. Let me show you how it will look like. So what we're creating right now is this automation. For some reason, it doesn't work very well with Opera. So when we test this workflow, it's going to read through a Google Sheets, which is a table essentially, and it's going to pass some specific fields into our AI agent, which is powered by Gemini Chat, free API, and then it's going to update the value in the Google Sheet and also give us a markdown file. Again, you can customize everything to your liking, and we will be creating this automation live. And this is how the table looks like. So the table has name, video, platform completed. It has here the fields, we have 2 rows, one is completed. So I use the completed column to see if the automation has finished, so it doesn't go ahead and rerun something that we have already generated. So this is for safety and cost saving. Again, this workflow is very specific. I don't run it automatically because I want to be able to capture the costs and make sure that nothing goes wrong, because I'm also very new to this. So before we get started, what you need to do is go to AI Google Studio and get your API key through this button over here. I'm really sorry for my graphics. There is a problem with Opera and it cannot show you everything, but you get an API key, save it on a file for now, and you are going to use it to connect to n8n. I will show you all of the process, don't worry. Just get your API key. And what you want to make sure is, before you run any automations, you want to open up this tab and check which of the Gemini models are free. For example, I was using Flashlight, but right now it's no longer free. You have to pay for 1 million token generations. However, Gemini 2.0 Pro Experimental is free, and I think this is quite good for our use case. We have 50 requests per day for free, 2 requests per minute for free. So again, there are some limits associated with it. And here we also have 30 requests. I don't know, maybe you have more free requests. I'm not sure, but it seems like these are pricing in some things. I'm not exactly sure which of the pricing actually is legit and which is not, but we're going to try Gemini 2.0 Experimental. You can also go with Flashlight, doesn't really matter, it's all up to you in all honesty. And there is also option for Gemma 3 and all of these great models over here. So I'm not going to complicate everything. We're going to try Gemini 2.0 Pro Experimental. Requests per minute are quite okay, so I'm not worrying about that. So let me show you how this automation runs. So our expectation is that when we test the workflow, it's going to the Google Sheets, it runs through the AI agent, it will probably read the second line and actually update the completed and give us a file. So here on the Google Sheets, what you can see is that it reads this specific line, which again has completed to no. Again, I will show you how to create everything very, very soon, but this is just to showcase how it goes. You see the input, you see the output, so you can have an overview of what is happening. So the AI agent is running right now. Takes quite a bit of time. Didn't really expect it to run for so much time. Literally, flashlight was like instant. Boom, it ran. So we're waiting for the workflow to complete, and you can also open this up if you want to, so you can see exactly the inputs. One of the things that I love is that it shows you exactly the fields, and here is like the prompt that I use. So that's also super nice. You can here see a preview of the prompt. You can also give it a system prompt, which is Blogspot Writer. This is pretty great. So we're testing this step. There is this executing of the node. We're waiting for the response, but you can see that we run like a single line with these fields, this name, this platform. Pretty great. So hopefully Gemini is going to complete today, and it's not going to take a year like to finish this up. It seems so insane that it takes so much time actually to finish. Really strange. So for some reason, the automation actually got completed. Very strange behavior. But if we go here, we can see that this completed tab was turned to yes. And here we can actually see the output. So I can download it, I can view it. Okay, so this is how the markdown looks like. Nothing insane. So let's go ahead and create this automation and test it out. So I'm going to come over here, create a workflow. And the first step is creating this trigger manually. So I'm going to get started with that. And you can literally check the step by clicking over here. The second step is that we actually want to add the connection to the Google Sheets. So we're going to say Google Sheets, and here we actually want to get rows in the sheet. Here you just have to connect your Google account. That's pretty simple. You also want to create this specific folder. So let's type no here just to redo this step. You want to create this Google Sheet, populate it, pretty simple. And we select sheet within a document because this is like a sheet within the document, get rows. And we actually want to select the file that the automation will read from. So this is the in-app automation file. And from the Google Sheets, you want to select AI Tools. So if you see here, the sheet's name is AI Tools. So we select the sheet name. And then we want to do a filtering. So we want to filter by completed. We want to say value no. So the column must have this value to be matched. So for any column that has the value no, it's going to go ahead and filter it. So it's going to get this row. It's going to ignore this row and this row. Pretty easy. And you can also add multiple filters. So you can also add like another filter that says, I don't know, maybe you want to filter by name, by video, by platform. You can do a lot of things. You can also add additional filters here. It's really all up to you. And what I like to do for safety is return only the first matching row and enable it. So you can click test step, and the output here is probably going to be this second line that we changed before. So it said completed no. And why I say only the first line, because if, for example, I have multiple lines here with no, it's going to read all of them and run the automation for all of them, which is something that you generally don't want to do if you want to save costs and management. So I would highly suggest that you select this option so it goes through one line at a single click. That's just for safety and cost saving and, just making sure everything is okay. I think when you learn these automations for the first time, it's very important to handle that thing. Okay, so we're waiting for this step to happen. Takes quite a bit of time, so maybe this is a problem from n8n, like there's a little bit of lag. You can also run the step from this point. Okay, so if you stop it for some reason, it's actually reading the output. So I think this is a bug from n8n. So hopefully when you watch this video, it's already fixed. The next thing is that we want to feed this data, double click on the node to enter. So we get this data file over here, which is exactly what we want. We want to feed this into an AI model. So we select advanced AI agent. And what we have to do over here is change the prompt. Okay, so that's what we will be doing. So let's change the prompt. We select define below, and I have created already this prompt for my use case. I'm going to copy it. You can create your own prompt, totally fine. Just drag this a little bit to open it up. You can also drag these and these so it looks a little better. So here where it says tool name, YouTube link, platform link, we're going to get these values. In order to have these values visible here as a preview, you need to have run the previous step. So I highly suggest that you run one check for each step before you do the next steps, because this will be very useful to you. So we're going to take the name and we're going to place it. Okay, that's very strange. What just happened? So I'm going to take like this name, place it here. So here you can see exactly how it's like accessing these things. It's literally JSON.name with these two double brackets. So you can literally just type it out. You can also open it up visually here and see exactly the values being replaced in the prompt. So you go JSON.video. If you want to type it out, you can also just drag and drop as I did. You have the JSON platform and you see exactly the preview of how the prompt will look like. So maybe you want to go with tool name here, maybe go with YouTube link, maybe that's a better way to prompt, and yeah, platform link. So let me change this whole procedure a little bit to be more specific. Okay, so this is exactly what it's going to look like. Click the X button, you can see it here. Great. You can also require a specific output format, but we're going to leave it alone for now. We go back to Canvas and we want to select the chat model. So here you've got a variety of options. We're going to select Google Gemini Chat. You've got other options. You can do whatever you want. Open Router is also very good. It has free things. Maybe you can run it with a local Llama installation or pretty much any other API that you have available. I don't want to restrict you. I'm just showing you this because it's like the free option. Here, I already have an account API set up, but you can go and create new credentials. And you will have here the generate-language.googleapis.com. This is like the host. And here you place the API key. Pretty simple, just copy and paste. And what you want to make sure here is to select the correct model, because some of these models you will have to pay. So I'm going to go ahead and actually try something out. I'm going to go ahead with Gemini 2.0 Flash Lite. So Gemini 2.0 Lite. So let's check Flash Lite. Boom, selected the model. We see here the exact input and boom, it's set up. You can see it here, no errors, no problems. And let's run this step. Let's check this step. It ran the automation correctly, no problem this time. Here we can see all of the output exactly as created from the Gemini application. Now what we want to do is we want to go select Google Sheets. What we want to do then is that we want to update a row in a sheet. So here you can actually see that the previous step, the data from previous steps are also available in this step. So you don't have to do parallel things, going crazy or whatever. And what you want to do is update a row. So from this document in App Automation, you want to go ahead and change a row where the column matches. You can go for row number, name. I think row number is the safest thing in this case. You can drag and drop the row number here. So it's the Google Sheet.item.json.row number. Pretty easy. And this is actually the value. This is the using too much. So this column won't be updated, can be removed, because this is what we filter from. So what this is going to do is it's going to go to the third row and it's going to update the completed value to yes. That's all it's going to do. And we can test this step. and we see the change, and actually it went ahead and changed only the completed column. That's great. So you want to drag this node outside, type convert to file, and you want to convert it to text file. Select text file, convert to text file. You also got other options if you want to convert something else. Here is the text input field, which is going to be from the previous input. And this is the output field. So this is the name of the file. So I'm going to write datamd. And you can also write the file name. So I'm going to place this as a file name, convert to text file, and this is the text data field. So I will have to run this automation one more time, this workflow once again. In order to run the workflow, you need to have no errors. So what I'm doing when I'm testing it out, I'm going step by step. I'm literally running one step at a time. It really feels like n8n trial just doesn't want to run anything because it's going so slowly. This is pretty insane, I gotta tell you. Like, it takes so much time to execute like the simplest query, or there's some kind of bug. But okay, it got the line. Let's run the AI agent automation part. When I first tested it out, it had no problems, so probably they just had a bug in their code with a new update, so don't worry, it's going to be fine. And alright, we're at this step where we can see the exact output. What you want to do is drag the output to this text input field. You have placed the file name here, and you can actually go ahead and test this step. Connection to server lost. Okay, so they've got probably either they roll out something. Here we can see the actual file being generated. We can see through view a short preview of everything, and you can also see it in JSON format, binary format. You can just download it. And this is the preview of the final markdown file. So n8n2 is a powerful, versatile workflow automation tool designed to streamline processes by connecting various applications. These are its features, the link for the embedding, and like the link that you can go ahead. So all of these things were populated by AI, the Google Gemini tool essentially, and these are the placeholders from the Excel file that we have over here. And we can also see that it was actually completed and this was fixed. So this is the workflow, a pretty simple introductory one, but imagine that you can automatically generate blogs, do research, do whatever you want. You can use this simple workflow, change your specific values, and you are good to go. Like, this is very powerful. And for me specifically, because I have to generate every week 10, 20, maybe even 30 of these files, this automation just saves me so much time. I can literally come over here, put a name, put 2 links, completed value to know, click run, and I have like 30 files that I can use to populate the n8n services website. So someone will ask what the final result looks like when it goes into production. So this is the n8n services website. Here you can find loads of AI tools. And this generation method I showed you, I'm using here to populate all of these folders. For example, GitHub Copilot, these are the features. This is the embedded video with my tutorial. And here you can actually see the GitHub for the Copilot to access it, or for Lovable, you can find a link for Lovable, and all of these amazing things. So you can see how easy it is to generate all of these queries here. And I just have then to upload on GitHub and I'm done. Like, this automation is super useful and I populate everything here. If you're interested in mastering development with AI for free, you can go ahead and check my free AI courses that are on Udemy right now. Highly suggest them. Loads of, we have like more than 10,000 students. On average, we have 4.5 stars, which is, I think, is great because I'm not a professional course creator. So you can use these courses to get a free head start on AI tools. And I'm going to be bringing loads of new courses. The link for n8n services is down below in the description. And of course, if you're interested, you can also find our Discord. We're creating an AI community. On Discord, free AI community, make sure to join in, click on the verify role here so you can get the verified role and you will be able to enter our discussions here. And I'm super excited to see you in the Discord so we can discuss more. Thanks so much for watching and I will see you in the next video.